What's going on YouTube? It's Sensei, a place to be. Children, Mr. A&D, back to give you guys another SmackDown, Friday Night SmackDown review for October 15th, 2021. And joining me is my co-host, not Deion, it's a prime time.
What's up? What's up?
You guys sound so down, bro. This SmackDown was actually not bad.
What's up? What's up?
Okay, I'm about to say, it ain't like we do a Raw or nothing like that. But, so here's the today's my wife's birthday, so I wanted to give a happy birthday shout out to my wife, Lady Sketch, and so she celebrated all weekend. So I'm gonna do my best to get you guys the content I can up here for that, as I also try to go make some money. So right now we got a supersized SmackDown, which means we're going a half an hour into AEW Rampage. It's going from 8 to 10:30. So this is obviously,
This caused so much.
huh?
I was gonna say this caused so much drama over the internet for no reason at all.
It really did, because Tony Khan got drunk, and then he talked this shit, but then everybody got in their feelings, so everybody wanted to prove that what they can do.
But I don't understand. Like he literally said, "Hey, my show is gonna be better than your show," and you know what? Just for that, I'm gonna put my show on YouTube. Just so y'all want to compete with us. But it's like people are like getting upset because he's got confidence that his show is going to be better. I don't understand.
I don't understand it neither, because first of all, look, Tony Khan knows that he's not going to come out here and shut down WWE. That's not what's going to happen. WWE has been around for decades, okay, almost a century. WWE is over 50 years old. AEW is only 2 years old. There's no foundation made like it's for WWE. So, especially SmackDown has been coming on for over 20 years also. Just like Raw has been coming on for over 20 years. These shows, even to the diehards, we're going to go over watch the better wrestling show. But the spirit of competition is, it's okay to have that kind of confidence, because look, people, here's the thing. When you get when you get competition and people that's confident in their product, you get better stuff. Right now, you should just be happy to be a wrestling fan, because WWE is being forced to put on some good shit. If it wasn't
let me
for
know
20,
when they start.
Say what?
Let me know when they start.
Okay, not Raw, but I'm just saying, and not NXT now neither. But did this whole supersized SmackDown stuff, and they be trying to put on a card that can I guess match AEW Rampage. So guys,
we know what they did Superstar SmackDown so that people can watch it, because it was on a different station.
Exactly, FS1, they're not good for numbers neither. But look, Rampage is going to pull on the low numbers, and Raw, SmackDown's going to pull on a low number because it's on FS1. And I mean, right now, Tony Khan's pre-show on AEW on YouTube is on I think it's almost at 400,000 views. So
at the time, like people watching it live was about 90 to 100,000 watching it live on YouTube at that time.
Yeah, so
but obviously,
like I said, but both of these, it's not like we're gonna read the numbers. It's gonna be like 8 million here, 6 million. It's not gonna be there right now, especially on a Friday night. Especially there where I'm at. It's kind of nice outside. But let's get right into SmackDown, because SmackDown starts off with Edge. Edge comes out for a promo, and he talks about the whole feud between him and Seth Rollins. That goes way back to what people think it does. With him trying to crack his neck inside of a steel chair. I like how they keep playing that up. And he said he's straight out of his playbook. And Edge said he admits that he underestimates Seth Rollins, and he says that him and Rollins are so much alike that they know exactly how to take advantage of their mistakes. So Edge says Rollins is the only guy who matches the intensity and the passion that he has and shows in the ring, and he finally admits that Rollins is more than Edge light. So Edge is an old school guy here. Hell in a Cell is the way you put over the feud, and you also in making a promo about destroying your opponent, you put your opponent over. So I love how Edge still has that old school wrestling mindset. It's refreshing opposed to, because I can tell by the way Edge cut this promo, nobody wrote that for Edge. That's Edge being Edge. So he talked about going in his house, and he said, the story will end inside Hell in a Cell, and for him to listen closely, he tells Rollins that he will scar his soul, and that's a scar you will never heal from. So it's a very intense promo from Edge. I thought it's kicked off SmackDown, very, very great. Then we go into, excuse me, Finn Balor taking on Sami Zayn, and the winner is going to go to the finals of the King of the Ring. Obviously, there's going to...
Well, before you even get to this, why even put Sami Zayn in a tournament where even when he steps foot, he will be murdered?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, his, was it Syrian heritage or whatever the case may be. Sammy never makes those trips over the Crown Jewel, so he wasn't going to make the trip this time. And it's kind of like, huh?
Yeah. No, I'm going to say he would probably be not. He wouldn't do well.
Yeah, at all. So obviously, looking into this match, I was like, "What's disbelief?" Because we already know who's going to go to the finals, and probably just win the whole damn thing. So, Finn Balor beats Sami Zayn, obviously. They do put on a good TV match. And Finn Balor goes for multiple shotgun drop kicks and then gives the coup de grace to Sami Zayn and wins the matchup. So Finn Balor is going to the finals at Crown Jewel. It's most likely going to probably go up against Jinder Mahal, unfortunately. They have a video package.
You don't got no faith in Woods?
Look, I want Woods, but I think they're going to be the stereotypical people, and they want to put a man of brown descent over on Saudi Arabia.
They already got Mansoor.
I don't think Mansoor going to be on the show unless they added this Monday.
Yes, he has a match. He has a match against Ali.
Oh wow! Okay. They just throw them all over there. SmackDown has a promo about Drew McIntyre coming next week. And then they have a video package about Paul Heyman's involvement in Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar feud. Naomi has a matchup next. It's supposed to be her match against Sonya Deville. And Naomi comes out looking real good. And then Sonya Deville comes out. But Sonya Deville says the match will be Naomi versus Sonya Deville and Shayna Baszler. So it's a handicap matchup. Now, Shayna Baszler doesn't come in and just destroy Naomi like she did Nia Jax or even Marie. Naomi actually gets some hits in and takes Shayna down for a minute as she chases Sonya Deville. But Shayna Baszler was not kept down long enough for Naomi to, get any kind of offense in on Sonya. And she held her while Sonya was giving her body shots and kicks and stuff like that from her martial arts background. Then she puts her in the caribou to clutch, takes her down, and then Sonya Deville covers Naomi with her foot. And 1, 2, 3, those two win the matchup. So this rivalry is going to keep on going between Sonya Deville and Naomi.
Until what?
I'm probably going to guess until, I don't know, because Survivor Series in November, they already canceled TLC, which we'll talk more about on the podcast. So I don't know.
Maybe they don't know either. So
yeah, obviously they, because they just probably wait till the new SmackDown the new shit starts. Then we get a promo from Seth Rollins coming out, and Seth Rollins soaks in the heat from the crowd. It says, he's not intimidated or afraid to go inside Hell in a Cell with Edge, and he says, "You finally admitted that I'm not Edge Light, that I'm better than Edge in any possible way." And then Rollins says Edge has an ace up his sleeve. Hell in a Cell, he says, he says that he will say one more time slowly that Rollins is no way intimidated or afraid to face Edge inside Hell in a Cell. He said, Rollins also says that the fairy tale does come to an end at Crown Jewel, but not the way that Edge thinks. We get ready for the destruction of the Queen's crown. Carmella versus Selena Vega. Listen to me, y'all. The winner goes to the finals. Really? Really? No disrespect to
I still think it's a bad idea having having the finals be where it is. But
I mean, it's bad to have all these women's matches at Saudi Arabia. To be honest with you, but
you said what?
it's a bad idea to have all these women's matches at Saudi Arabia.
It's bad to have any match there after they got held captive for hostage.
Exactly. So why would they even fucking do that?
Yeah.
But so it's Carmella versus Selena Vega. The match is not really anything. Was it Selena Vega tries to escape with the arm drag, then Carmella gets kicked in the face, and then she rolls out, and to get her protective face mask, when Liv Morgan comes up, and then she kind of runs on Morgan and gets rolled up by Vega, and Selena Vega is going to the finals. They do nothing. They don't care about this Queen's crown. It's going to Shayna Baszler, and they put absolutely no effort into the women this year.
They didn't put no effort into none of them, but like I at least want to. Didn't they used to have like qualifying stuff for it?
They had a qualifying, and then in the qualifying match you had the tops 16. Then the pay-per-view was the final 8, and then you went from 8 all the way down to the winner. But that's when there was a pay-per-view. They took it seriously and all that stuff like that. But that's how it used to was. You had qualifying matches to qualify for the 16-man tournament. Then the 16-man tournament was the 8-man tournament. Then the 8-man tournament went to the pay-per-view, and that's when you had the King of the Ring tournament. And they had not done that at all.
I would just like to know the reason why Selena Vega is even in it, even though they don't have that many women. But she, before last week, I don't think she's ever won since before she got fired the first time.
She hasn't, and they probably feel bad about the whole cutting her match from 9/11. It's probably the reason why she's this far in the first place. I'm sorry to say it that way, but this is probably the reason why she's this far in the first place. Happy Corbin.
So they sent her to Saudi to get. Never mind.
Yeah, look. Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss made their way for the Happy Talk show. I didn't watch not one bit of this at all. I know Nakamura and Boogs came out, Street Profits, all the bullshit, whatever, fuck it. I didn't watch it. But the Smack...
I start watching stuff with Madcap Moss after he said, I got 3 jokes for you. Did you see that one?
He said, I got what jokes for you?
He said, I got 3 jokes for you.
No,
2 short ones and a long one.
Wow.
You didn't hear that?
I did not hear that.
He said, I got a joke for you. 2 short ones and a long one. Joke. Exactly.
No, I did not hear that part.
My exact reaction.
Right, yeah. Street Fight. The Usos taking on the Street Profits. I'm glad we're having these matches now, but, these would have been better qualified on I don't know. Pay-per-view, Extreme Rules, just saying. SummerSlam, all kinds of stuff like that. But they're trying to get these matches out the way now because Street Profits are going to Raw after tonight. So they had a good Street Fight.
We can't just wait.
It's a Survivor Series, you mean?
No, just even for it to mean something like for a title or number 1 contender or something.
Well, this was for the championships tonight.
But we know that. I mean, yes, it's not the same.
No, you're right. I'm just saying because it doesn't matter because they're going to Raw. So why would they take the Raw Tag Team Championships with them? So I was why even make it for the championship? It makes no sense.
Yeah, you can't just say, all right, y'all going to Raw. Oh wait, no title match. Like that's not just because it's a title match. Don't mean I'm going to automatically be excited to watch it.
That's why I think you should just have one champion go for both shows. Because that way, it'd be like if they want to tag team champions, they're the tag team champions for both shows. Instead of for WWE champion, honestly, Intercontinental US, I'll just keep, you can keep the 2 mid card titles, I guess. But one woman's champ, you don't really need both these champions. It's not needed because your division sucks. But Montez hits dives over the ropes with the top rope suicide onto the Usos. That they about to take out Dawkins and Ford. About to take out a tail from underneath the ring, and the Usos go splash him on the outside. And they bring Dawkins in. They give him a kendo stick party where they start beating him down with kendo sticks. But then he kicks out. Montez comes in there with a crossbody, takes down one of the Usos, and gets him with a frog splash, a tilting frog splash. Kicks out. They broke it up. I think it was Jay that drags Montez outside the ring. And there's a table already set up out there, and gives him like a bad looking spine buster through this table. And now it leaves Dawkins in there by himself. He gets the double super kick and then more kendo sticks, and then he gets the double splash by the Usos, and they retain their championships. So the Street Profits lose, and I'm like, well, you knew that was going to happen, unfortunately, because they're going to Raw. Now it's time to get into the last half hour, the commercial-free half hour of the Supersized Smackdown. And we have Becky Lynch taking on Sasha Banks with Bianca Belair on commentary. As you know from these two women and them being horsewomen, they were going to put on a good match, and they did put on a really good matchup here. There's a point where they go outside the ring, and then
Let me guess.
Go ahead.
Somehow, somebody bump into Bianca, right?
You know it, because what happened is Becky is out there talking to Bianca. Then she gets pushed. Then she hits Bianca, and then she's like, "Well, you kind of got in the way." And then Sasha does a running meteor from the table to the floor or to the barricade of Becky, which looks sick. After that, so Becky is in the ring, and she's Sasha about to go for
let me guess.
Okay.
She's about to go for the bank statement, but here comes Bianca right when she's about to do her move, right?
So yeah, because close enough again, because she's about to go for the bank statement, but she's holding on to the ropes, and then she's trying to hold to the steel steps, and Bianca Belair takes her hair and whips her hand off the steps, which then has Sasha hit the bank statement and the backstabber, and wins with the backstab for 3 count.
Against Becky?
Against the the Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch.
You beat the champion with your
setup move.
With your yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't know. Would you rather the setup move or a roll up?
Look, I don't know, but peep this. All of a sudden, Anna Pierce is coming out, and like, come on, we have set up for the next segment. And I'm like, well, so that's right, it's a commercial free. So you just see Becky out there, and Bianca out there, and Sasha out there. Next thing you know, they bring in this table for this massive contract signing. I'm like, well, we kind of just moved past that really quickly. Sure.
They could have had a commercial there, but they wanted to try to combat AEW, no commercial, so sure.
They didn't want that picture. So we get Roman comes out, takes his time. He sits at the head of the table, but then Brock comes out. Then Roman gets up. He's not sitting down no more. He's anxious. Brock comes out, puts his blue suede shoes right there on the table, and Roman signs the contract. And then Brock takes it, and he just signs.
How do you feel about Brock being more not beastly, but just like more like, all right, whatever?
I love it because remember I was a big fan of the Brock Party. Remember that? Yeah,
I just like Brock when he's just, I guess, having fun with himself, not being a beast.
That's what I'm saying. When the Brock Party was a thing, and he was having the money in the bank like a boombox, that shit was great to me. I loved every bit of that.
Yeah, I always sound like the Brock when he was feuding with Kurt, and they were just like, they was like friends, but they was like enemies. I like that.
So Roman says, well, you just an idiot. You just a big, stupid farm idiot. How you just going to sign a contract? You not even read what the contract says. And then Brock takes the microphone and says, Roman, I read the contract this morning with my advocate, Paul Heyman. And the whole crowd goes like, ooh. And then Roman looks at Heyman. Heyman looks fearful. Brock drops the mic and just walks away and walks off. And that's how the Supersized SmackDown ends.
So, question.
Yeah.
I thought we knew that he was still his little advocate.
They're still teasing the way, which way does his alliance truly lead to? Is it
No, but I thought okay, when Rock came back, Paul was like, I want the tribal chief, but we can go after any other title other than this one. So I thought they already knew that he was still somewhat involved, but not fully to the full extent. That's what I thought.
Because he did make that statement saying that the tribal chief will beat Brock Lesnar at Crown Jewel. So it seemed like he was with Roman. So it just puts a little bit more wrinkle to Crown Jewel. And I mean, Paul's gonna be with Roman anyway because Brock's not gonna win this match anyway. But we'll give our prediction on the podcast this weekend. But that was SmackDown this week, the Supersized SmackDown. It still has some dumb elements on there because we're still trying to get ready for Crown Jewel. Obviously, I thought it was a better go home show, the Crown Jewel than Raw was. Raw was just terrible.
Raw wasn't the go home show.
Exactly, but I thought it was at first. Like, everybody kept saying it was, but no, it wasn't. But Edge did a great promo. Seth Rollins did a great promo. Becky and Sasha had a good match, except for the finish. Sami Zayn and Finn Balor had a good match, even though we knew who was going to win. I did like how the contract signing went, simple, fast, and you got the people, still wondering. So, SmackDown gets a slight thumbs up for me. It's not the worst shit I've seen. There's a lot better SmackDowns, obviously, but it's not the worst I've seen. But did it need to really be 2.5 hours? No, it didn't, because you could just obviously cut a lot of shit out. But
since there was on FS1, it was like, oh, we get more time, but less. We get more time with less watchers, I guess. Which is not. It's stupid, but hey.
It is stupid. But post your comments down below how you guys feel about SmackDown. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed my review, and hit the subscribe button for more WWE and wrestling content right here on NC Studios. So once again, it's NC a place to be. Just remember stay AD, and not Deion says for prime time.
All right, y'all.
All right, and the Nerd Coalition is out.